So we met here.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't hit me.
I'm not gonna hit you.
I'm just
So this is our second season of Stay Regular, and we didn't have the name Stay Regular until after we shot the first one. I think we called it the Fascinating People Project.
I personally would have.
But no. Stay Regular is great.
After coffee.
Well, there's there's a lot of meaning, I think, to
Yeah.
stay regular. We want you to stay regular, and we also want you to stay regular.
But how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it.
When you say it,
I'm okay with it.
Can you actually stay serious?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's fun. We're not. This isn't that serious.
Do people come around to you and say, "Oh my God, that's so true"? No.
No. Yeah, stay regular. It's. I think it's a perfect.
It happens all the time.
And it's coffee, so it helps you stay regular. And you've been coming in here for a long time.
The beginning of time, not really. You guys were open way before in the other location.
Yeah.
How long were you open over there?
We were there for about 3 years. A little over 3 years.
It had its own little...
No, sorry, 4 years.
It was a very charming little college-like, I thought, neighborhood.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was...
Yeah, very sweet, very sweet.
It fit exactly what we needed.
And you built that place.
Yeah, I was hands-on.
Yeah. With the wood and everything, the chairs.
Yeah, I stained all the wood. And,
yeah.
How long have you lived around the corner?
Maybe 5 years.
5 years.
5 years, so maybe all 5 years.
Yeah,
I got to know your staff. You still have a lot of the same staff, which is really awesome.
And rare.
And it's part of the chemistry here. It's part of what makes home.
You've got some guys that have been around for a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is kind of like what I mention to people all the time in the business, in the service business where you do coffee or a restaurant, is you could make great coffee and you could have a beautiful location, but you really got to get the ambience down. And the ambience is the coffee, the location, but the people, and how your people deliver that. And I have to say, as much as I like this space and the food, if your people weren't as amazing as they are, I probably won't be, I'll probably go somewhere else. It's just one of the things that's very important to me.
We always say it's people first and coffee is a very close second.
Yeah. To me, they're at the same level.
I think the product is a little bit. That's just my opinion.
I disagree.
That's okay.
The restaurant equivalent is this.
Yeah.
Think about an amazing fancy meal that you have.
Yeah.
And you went and took a date and you were looking forward to this. It's really 4-star, 5-star, whatever restaurant. And the food is just amazing.
Right.
But the staff comes in and goes.
Huh.
And they look at you like
they're doing you a favor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Will you go there again?
No.
Now, reverse the picture.
Yeah.
You have a so-so meal. The fries are soggy, the burger is sideways, I forgot the cheese. Well, the staff comes over and goes, "Hey, Jeremy, how you doing?" And you'll be like, "I'm doing okay, but this burger is a little bit..." And they'll be, "No problem, man. We'll help you out, we'll take care of it. Just don't worry about it."
Right.
And you feel taken care of. You can see the effort that the stuff is put in, and maybe the kitchen's screwed up. And will you come back again?
Of course I would.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point.
No, that's
my point.
You just proved
my point.
No. I proved my own point. Thank you.
Proved my point.
The actual staff has a chance of overcoming product failures versus not the other way around.
No.
A really superb
the staff
product
is more important. That's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said?
Yeah.
I missed it.
You just missed it.
I missed it.
One over your head.
I need more coffee.
So you were born, because I know you're from Spain, from Puerto Rico,
and I was born in Long Island.
You're born in Long Island.
Yeah, but literally kicked out of Long Island the moment I was born. It was like.
And you moved to?
Probably Spain.
Okay.
Then Puerto Rico. We're from Sevilla. My dad's family is from the south of Spain. And
how long did you live there?
I don't know, maybe until I started reading, maybe 3, 4, whenever you start reading.
I feel like you started reading at 1.
Yeah,
For some-
you know, it's funny. There's some truth to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that I didn't go to school.
No, I know, and that's. I always say to Paul, I was like, I think Ralph is probably one of the smartest dudes. I've ever
No,
met.
don't
Yeah.
say that. We gotta cut that. Cut. Never. To never. The moment you believe that.
Well, no, I mean, I think the moment you think that.
Exactly.
But I can think that.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Just don't tell me.
Okay.
So yeah, so Puerto Rico, Spain when I was a little kid, and how I learned how to read. So you know,
Yeah.
I still can do some of it. I have a photo memory,
Okay.
so I memorize the page not by looking at the page, not the letters.
Yeah.
So my sister will read it for me. She will read the stuff,
Right.
and I'll be like, and then look at the page. And then when my dad will come in, I make believe I'm reading, but
Right.
I was reading from my head.
your memory.
Yeah. That's how it.
Wow.
So I skip the torture. You know those little rhyme books that they give you when you're a little
So
kid?
it's not a photographic, it's like an auditory.
Both.
Okay, both.
Yeah, both.
Okay,
Yeah,
both. You lived in Spain for how long? For
On and off.
Okay.
Little kid, then Puerto Rico, then back again, you know, teenagehood, and then back again to Puerto Rico. Then somewhere in between there, I was in Utah with a Mormon family.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you that?
No.
It's true.
Yeah.
I like them. Actually, I'm still connected to them.
Okay.
Maybe 7 Mormon, Puerto Rico, Spain. And then I came here when I was 15.
To New York.
Yeah, 15, 14, and change.
And that was when you went to college, right?
Yeah.
You were you were 14.
Yeah,
And
I skipped high school because
No high school.
I took the test,
Okay.
which is illegal too.
Okay. We can.
You
edit,
gotta be 18.
We can edit that out.
You got to be 18 to take the test.
yeah, but that
I,
was
I
like-
took it at 14 and
Okay.
change. Yeah,
And where'd you go to college?
just an associate's, Queensboro.
Okay.
Electrical engineering.
Were you the youngest dude there, for sure?
Yeah, probably. And I couldn't speak English either.
And you couldn't speak English?
No.
When did you learn English?
In college,
In college.
the first year I failed
You
everything.
couldn't teach yourself
No,
English
I
when you
failed,
were 2?
I failed everything.
Yeah.
I still have that in my house. That little gray car with all the F's and minus F. I had like a minus F.
And you framed them.
I didn't frame it, but I have it in my file as one of the things I'll show my son.
Okay.
And
It's okay
through
to
that
get-
year,
yeah,
I forced myself to learn English so I could.
Okay.
So
Because
that-
it's okay. Your English is okay. Okay, so you graduated college, and then you went straight to Wall
Then
Street?
I went straight to Bell Labs,
Okay.
to AT&T Bell Labs, which was my dream come true. I always wanted to be a scientist,
Okay.
engineer, scientist, and I met tremendous engineering. This is not. I don't know if at the end of Bell Labs' glory, but right around the time where Bell Labs was kind of like one of the. You know, they invented the transistor, they invented Unix,
Okay.
laser. You know, it's a really.
I mean,
amazing.
I don't know all this stuff, but you know this stuff.
It's like it was one of the hotbeds of technology innovation in the United States.
Okay.
You know, it was a research arm of the telephone company, basically. So billions of
like
dollars
Bell
went in.
Atlantic kind of. Okay.
Bell Labs. That's why
Right.
it's called Bell Labs.
Got it.
So they had unlimited funding, and you will enter to a room like this, full of like every computer measuring. It was basically heaven. If you're a computer science guy,
For you, it was
for me,
heaven
I'm
for
telling you, it was like I landed in heaven.
Yeah.
And they'll have
So that's like heaven for you. It's just.
I'm telling you,
computers.
I still remember like it was yesterday.
That's pretty awesome.
And they had a shop
Yeah.
where you go in and you say, well, I want, you know, an oscilloscope, I want this, I want that, and everything is free.
Yeah.
And you take it to your lab, so you could rig up any test. So that's where I started doing systems. I would build testing systems that were automated for some of the. This is before PCs.
Okay.
So this is right around the time that PCs were beginning to. So I'm an old computer guy.
You are. No, that I know. But how long were you working on Wall Street?
About 15 years. So after Bell Labs,
Okay.
one of those lucky things. The technologies that I was doing there, some distributed computing stuff, were in hot demand in Wall Street. I didn't know. I kind of hit it like hit the roof in Bell Labs
Okay.
because you only to get promoted you had to have
The
degrees.
ceiling.
The ceiling, but you know I think the roof.
I know.
Because whatever reason.
Well, because your English is just.
So you had to have degrees, like PhDs. The promotion in Bell Labs go
Based on
together
their-
with degrees. And
Not
I
on the
was
work that
like,
you've done.
exactly, and I was doing engineering level stuff,
Right.
even with like an associate's.
Okay.
And I was like, guys, you know, help me here. And they gave me some bonuses. but it couldn't promote me. So I was like, I gotta go.
You have to go get your PhD, or you have to leave?
I try going back to school, but as you probably know, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I can't,
Right.
I sit there and I don't raise my hand. In fact, I think anybody raising their hand should be like taken out of the room.
Okay.
Anyway. And after thinking about it, I was like, well, gee, I gotta get a job.
Probably.
Yeah.
We all have to work, right?
I was 18. And
How long had you been at Bell?
3.5 years. No, I was 18, 21. So I was 21 in Japan.
I was going to say, is it legal
Yeah.
for them to hire you under 18?
Yeah, no. I was 18 when I went there, so 3 years, 21. And when I started interviewing in Bell Labs, it came out that the stuff that I was doing in Bell Labs was highly thought after because of quantitative analysis. All these mathematicians, they were being hired into Wall Street at the time, needed the computers that I was doing in Bell Labs.
Okay.
So I didn't know. But it came out, out in an interview. I kept on getting kicked out of interviews because they were like, okay, so you're not a mathematician? I said, no. You're not a programmer? No, I write some software, but that's not what I do. So what the hell do you do?
Yeah.
I'll be like, systems,
Right.
like everything. And they'd be like, next, and interview after
So
interview.
who hired you?
Some consulting company, this guy called Jeff Sardis, which I owe my entry to Wall Street. He says, Ralph, you're a systems guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's it. I'm a systems guy.
Yeah.
Yes. It was like
That was your aha moment.
well, yeah. And poof, I got hired like that into investment banking and started doing computer systems for the trading desk. This stuff took off.
Do they still use this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Today?
Yeah. In very advanced areas. Not mostly today, what you see is kind of like Macs, PCs, and whatever path to access the web. But on the very advanced quantitative, like program trading, it's all these distributed servers in the background. Yeah.
And how long were you doing that?
15 years.
Why'd you leave?
15 years. Well, I started as a consultant in the one company that I wound up being the head of technology.
Right.
So from consultant to head of technology, that took about, 14 years.
Okay.
And a few of the traders that I work with, eventually one of them, my best friend Bill, became the president and CEO.
Okay.
And my other good friend Mark, which you've seen over here,
Yeah.
he was the chief operating officer.
Okay.
So I was head of technology. These two guys, we pretty much ran the whole United States. And
You're like the three guys at the time.
yeah, it sounds fun. Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Well, it was a Japanese firm, and there was a change of direction from Japan. We got a phone call like, hey, Mr. You got to change direction. We were like, we don't think so. This is not going to be a thing. And we all quit.
You all left.
All of us. Back in '98.
Wow.
We obviously did okay.
Right.
Saved some money, which
would hope
I
so.
then went completely crazy, and I opened a restaurant, Marco and Pepe.
Yeah.
So my savings have never been the same.
But you bought the building.
I bought the building, I got the restaurant. I believe it's in my DNA to have a restaurant, because otherwise there's no way I would have put up with all as you know, the pain of developing a restaurant or a cafe.
I know nothing about it.
I know. You either love it, it's in your
Yeah.
DNA, or you just won't put up. You would not possibly
Or you close.
endure. Yeah, you don't endure those
Yeah.
moments where you're like, what the hell did I do with all my money?
Right.
Or why am I doing this when the spreads are so small, the work is crazy, the staff is so unreliable. At the beginning, until you start finding the staff.
Yeah.
Oh. And something you guys do here so well, the ambience. I mean, I just keep on saying that. It's priceless. I come in through that door, it's like my little neighborhood,
You noticed, there was a lot of stuff that you noticed over the years through working at, and through building this restaurant, that there are a lot of systems, because you're a systems guy, you're like the systems guy. And so you noticed that there were a lot of stuff that was lacking within restaurants, and systems that were lacking to make things in restaurants more easily accessible. And so this is a good segue. I'm really impressed with myself.
That was good.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm
I'm bringing
Can I hire him?
So you noticed that there were a lot of systems that were lacking in the restaurant industry, and so you went ahead and just were like, you know what? I'm just going to develop some systems.
Yeah.
So let's chat a little bit about some of that stuff. I know your project Revo Market, which you've been, which I've looked at and we've used and we like.
You save some money.
You've saved some money.
I still remember how you looked when you compare prices for the first time. I remember, Jeremy.
Oh,
it was like, you were like,
I've been spending this.
Yeah. Why are they doing this? Can they do this?
How can I remember
you were like, can they do this?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's capitalism, you know? Yeah. Vendors are doing what they should be doing, charging you as much as they can,
right? Because
they need to make a profit.
So tell us about Revo.
The summary of it is this: it's a web cloud-based application for restaurant owners like me and vendors, and it allows the restaurant owners to get the lowest price from all the products they buy from their wholesale vendors. But right now, I just want to have the restaurateur get all the wholesale vendors that deliver in their area and see all the prices, and hopefully you pick the lowest price. Not always, as you know.
Right.
Sometimes you have a relationship. So that's kind of the summary of Revo Markets. This didn't happen out of this great thing that I had nothing better to do, which is kind of true, because I don't watch TV. So I rather.
Well, you almost
ran out of money.
No. But you also did just have a son.
Yes.
Right. So you do have stuff to do.
I got stuff to do. You're right. You're right. But I almost ran out of money in the restaurant.
Okay.
We weren't keeping anything after paying all the vendors.
Right.
We have I think about 100 vendors. So I have a lot of complexity because part of the reason why I opened my restaurant is to bring things that have a story.
Yeah.
And they have a story because I like it, pretty much like here. You got things like the coffee mug, some of them, I think your brother makes them.
Definitely not my brother.
Oh.
My cousin makes
Your
them.
cousin,
Yeah.
sorry. But you know what I mean?
And my mom knits, we have knit sleeves. We have the coffee sleeves.
So they have a story, and they're very
sure.
charming and beautiful. And you look at them when you're buying coffee, and you go like, what's that? And then you find out, that took a little effort. You could have just picked anything.
Right.
Like Starbucks does.
Right. We're not really supposed to say their name on here.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Cut. To do that and to keep track of all those products and make sure that you're getting a good price is basically not possible if you have to pick up the phone, get the email, get the spreadsheet, compare catalogs.
Right.
So what Revo Markets does is just in one place, all your vendors, pick up the lowest, place your orders.
That's it.
That's it. Vendors go into the market and price their stuff.
Okay.
For you.
Oh, because I remember you looked at some of our price and you're like, you're paying this for that, and you could be paying probably a third of that if you. Yeah. So.
And it was like that's
and they get it from the same place too.
And then from the same vendor. Don't even get me talking about that. When you run a restaurant, you're buying, because you have to have a menu, you have to produce, you have to prep. Right? So the focus is very different. So every competitor has a different way of doing it that I sort of don't see. And what I see is that they don't own a restaurant like I do.
Right.
So they don't really have the focus and the perspective and the experience that we put into the apps. Because it's coming from a first hand, this is what saved me.
This is the fun stuff. You ready?
We haven't had any fun so far, I have to say.
We haven't?
No.
That's really... I've been having a blast talking to you.
I'm totally kidding.
So I'm just trying to figure out which questions I'm going to ask you. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
5.
And I'm going to ask them, and you need to give me a response as quickly as possible. So try not to think about it.
Okay. No.
They're not yes or no. Well, some of them are yes or no questions.
Preempting.
Do you play chess?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that you're very, very good at chess.
No, unfortunately. You got to practice.
You play it.
I can play, but you got to practice.
We should play sometime.
It'll
make me feel good to beat you.
No, but I probably lose.
Okay. Well, it'll make me feel good.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you have chess here?
We're not going to play right now.
Why not?
Because,
Okay.
we've got...
Fine.
We only have an hour.
You have chess?
I can get a chess set. My dad collects chess sets.
So you don't have a chess here and you want me to play chess?
It was the questions don't have anything to do with what's in the setting.
Okay.
All right. This is a funny one. Have you actually ever slipped on a banana peel?
No.
Okay.
It's a very interesting graphic,
Right.
In
But nobody
fact,
ever slips
I
on a
don't
banana
think
peel.
anybody, because first of all, just think of the chances of a banana peel landing in your path of going to get coffee at Birch. It's not
Oh,
happening.
this is not the only place you go.
No, but that was just an example.
Okay.
So anyway, no, it's such a random thing.
Yeah.
And also think about the size of the banana peel and your shoe,
Right.
like,
I haven't really read into it. It's just
and the temperature. There's
temperature. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Can you name all 50 states?
No,
Okay.
I thought there were 51. Is Puerto Rico like the
Puerto
51?
Rico's the
There you
51st
go.
state,
There you
right?
go.
Okay. I think people think they can, and then when it comes down to it, it's
People
like it's
think-
very
People
difficult.
think they're not even part of the United States. I mean, look at that.
No, I'm not talking about Puerto Rico.
Oh, you're talking Puerto Rico.
I'm talking about state, like naming all 50 states in general.
Yeah, no way. I mean, no. I thought it was like 10.
No, it's 50.
Oh, maybe you know what I think?
You can
There's
name
probably-
10.
No, there's probably 3 or 4 that really matter.
Oh, I don't know. We might have to edit that out. Okay,
GDP, Silicon Valley,
that's not a state.
the movie State, California.
Do you forward chain emails asking you to do so?
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
No. In fact, people that will do that quickly get put into my spam list.
Okay.
So not only do I don't forward, I terminate.
And you never talk to them
Terminate
again.
accounts. No, I talk to them. I talk to them just to tell them don't do that again.
Don't do that again. And I'm cutting you out. Do not ever email
And I'm
me.
putting you in spam, and then when they say, in fact, my mother-in-law used to do that.
Okay.
I told her to stop, and she didn't, so she wound up in my spam list. And there were a few times that there were important emails, and
Yeah.
I never got them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they went straight to spam.
Yeah. I feel bad about that.
Well, this is not a question,
Yeah, yeah.
but does spam stand for anything?
Other than the ham that will kill you if you have too much? I think so.
No.
No, I know what you mean.
Okay.
I think it came from the spam ham, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I usually know the origins of these things from computers, but not this one.
I'm surprised.
It is. I'm disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed
Can
in
I
you.
Google it? No.
Not now.
No.
And the last one is, what superpower would you want to have? If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, definitely time travel. Absolutely.
Okay.
I would love to be in the future. And then, not the past, the future. Yeah.
So time travel.
Yeah.
Well,
Great.
thank you.
Great.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Good job. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.